It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
For the Vikings and Saints, you might recall, they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in the end zone in overtime to sew up a 26-20 win.
From the 40 now on second down. Newton.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Mostert.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. Oh, almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
First down, they'll start out with Akers.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. from the gun. Here's Newton. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked it up by Marlon Humphrey. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now Mostert. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Akers. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Vikings.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. On
first down, Akers. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 24, Newton.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Well, no takes to start you out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to go down again.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch signal for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Fuller there on the coverage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's good.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 41. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Back at the 45-yard line.
Now Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. John Ross with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
That's the score. Saints 7, Vikings nothing. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
17-yard line.
On second down, here's Newton.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz going deep downfield for Ross. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
To throw on second down is Newton. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now Newton on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him. There, he could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A first throw for the backup Griffin. Forced out to his left. Now look out, Griffin hit and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. The ball before it, it's intercepted. Picked by Kimball Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And the Vikings.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. That worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard.
1-yard gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
7-yard line.
From the shotgun, Griffin. Will throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Cam Akers.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Griffin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Wentz. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now to throw. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Jeremy.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Jeremy Chin.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. That'll be taken in by Anderson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
No gain on the play.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working from the gun, Wentz.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss.
That'll bring up second down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The throw right sideline here is complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a run with Akers.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
The ball carrier, Harrison Smith on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
That is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They'll run this with Akers.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. To throw on 3rd down. Newton. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Cam Newton with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Saints 10, Vikings 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
27-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
shedding through the tackle. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Armstead brought him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
43-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
And it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
1st and 10. at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Number 19.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wentz to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. John Ross, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Good. Makes the score Saints 17, Vikings 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and take it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Today's